The sun trying to break through again, some dark clouds above. We're told there's a less than 10% chance of rain, so it should stay dry. But we're crossing our fingers here and hoping, because it will make life very difficult for the players as we get underway very shortly for the second match. And this is, James, all yours, the men's singles.
Yeah, well, you can see women's doubles final done and dusted. That will, of course, be followed by the men's singles final. We'll then, of course, have the ceremonies before taking a brief break. And then, of course, the action comes thick and fast. The women's singles bronze match, the mixed doubles bronze, the men's doubles bronze, and then the big finals, the women's singles final, the mixed doubles final, culminating with the men's doubles final. Chaddy there just keeping an eye on things, our referee for this match. Looks pretty focused, as he's going to have to be. This is a singles match, unlike the doubles match we had just a few moments ago. It is, of course, the men's singles final, and we will welcome the two athletes onto the stage, starting with Julian Grondon, third in the singles rankings, was second in Teqball Masters 2019 in Riyadh, second in the Teqball World Championships. Thinks of himself as more of a doubles player, but clearly is excelling Tim here in singles.
Yeah, we see him often with Amélie Julien and the mixed doubles. They become a real force, but they seem to have been unfortunate. I mean, played well, but never quite got the big titles under their belt. But the chance of a World Series title in the singles now for the Frenchman.
He's got to get past the poor Georgiak from Romania, who is second in the singles rankings. Winner in Naples, Tim, obviously you watching that match.
Georgiak was brilliant on that day, really caused a big surprise for many. He's been emerging, he's been getting better and better, and he took the title that he craved, and an important marker for him. Now, can he do it in the singles?
We will find out. In comes the coin toss. It seems like Georgiak has won the toss.
Receive. So which side do you want?
So Georgiak has opted to receive first, interestingly. Julian Grondon is a very, very aggressive player. Expect some big smashes coming in from him. Very strong, very powerful. Georgiak's a little bit more technical, gets around the table nicely. They're both very athletic players. Watched them warm up just a couple of moments ago during that doubles final.
In Naples, that match, Georgiak, we didn't expect him to beat Adam Blažević, one of the best players in the world. And the first set went 12-7, and we pretty much thought it was a bit like that women's doubles match we've just seen, that it'd be maybe fairly close, but a straight sets victory for the big Hungarian. But Georgiak came back, won the second 12-11, then it went to the decider, the 2-point margin, and 13-11 in the end.
Well, here you can see Julian Grondon's stats. 190 centimetres is a big lad, 95 kilograms as well. Very strong player, very aggressive as mentioned. And you can see there Georgiak's stats there, a little bit shorter, a lot lighter, right-footed player. He's won 8 out of 9 sets in this competition, and there's a singles ranking of second in the world. In my opinion, the favourite heading into this match, but Julian Grondon cannot be written off.
No, I think you're right. I think Georgiak's on form. He has the better stats. He is higher ranked in the world. Everything would seem to be in his favour now, having seen probably the guy he beat in Naples, his real challenger for the top of the tree.
Yeah, you mentioned about that victory over Blažević as well. Blažević and Banjak, two Hungarian players, pretty much setting the benchmark in this sport, and the rest have been catching up, but certainly have caught up. And neither of them in this final. Here we go then, underway with the Grondon serve. Be interesting to see how much aggression he puts into this. Here comes the serve. It's a snipe style from Grondon. Oh, and into the side of the table there. So Grondon asserting himself in the early stages here, getting that first point. It's always good to get that first point under the way, isn't it? Calms the nerves.
Yeah, it does. It does. Well, I'll tell you what, we could be in danger here, the way that Georgiak in particular hits those smashes.
Yeah, Georgiak just gets around the table, doesn't he? It's a snipe style, as mentioned, from Julian Grondon, which is more of a headed style. And that's
captain's fault.
Captain's fault, yeah. So, just not going to see too many of those today, especially with the snipe serve. It's more of a cautious serve.
Out.
And that's now 3 faults in a row. So,
second service.
Just struggling to find his rhythm here. Georgiak just out wide, heads it back into play. Grondin at the back, now sets himself up for the smash, but Georgiak's there, reads it well, plays it, clips just the edge of the table, played on though by Grondin, who hits the side of the table. And Georgiak gets his first point of this singles final.
Some of the defending, as we saw there from Georgiak in this sport, is just incredible. You have to work out the angles and predict where the opponent is going to play it and then recover it.
Well, we've seen a little bit of a changing of the guard heading into this final. Martin Teqball beating Adam Blažević in the quarterfinals, and then Julian Grondin beating him in the semi-finals, which is what's got him through.
Yeah, that was a huge upset, maybe the biggest we've had in men's singles Teqball, the quarters.
Well, Georgiak beat the likes of Balázs Katz and Adrian Juzak on the way to this final. Two very good players as well. And already you can see off to a great start in this final. Grondin's just got to try and keep pace here, otherwise Georgiak could start to run away with things, but putting the pressure on there. Mistake coming in from Georgiak, and Grondin pulls it back to within just a point. Just getting his feet a little bit muddled up there, just making contact with the shin. His footwork and his flexibility is incredible. A really impressive singles player. Grondin's ready for the serve, sets himself up for a smash out wide, hits it into the crowd, and that is a move that you will see Grondin do all day. Loves to set himself out wide with that smash. Again, that power and aggression we've been speaking about on display there. Oh, we're locked on 3-all. This is intriguing. I did think for a second there Georgiak might start to run away with it, but Grondin somehow getting that back. Smash then from Georgiak. Grondin just throws out a hand to stop the ball.
Yeah, he was trying to intimidate his opponent there, I think. Grondin was stepping in close and saying, you won't smash this one, but when he did, it was just no reply from the Frenchman. You mentioned that quarter-final and the shock victory that Georgiak had.
Point to Team Yellow.
And
change of service.
Well, it was more Martin Teqball, his victory over Blažević, that was the one that really caught me by surprise.
But also the victory that Grondin had as well was pretty impressive in the quarters when he beat Bensi Forgac, who has been in good form.
Out. Point to Team Yellow.
Well, here we go then. Georgiak starting to pull away a little bit here. It's obviously the Grondin serve. Grondin attacks it. And it's long. Oh no, it's actually made the back of the table. So Grondin
needed that one.
Needed it, didn't he? And has kept himself within reach here. 4-6. Grondin serve. The snipe header's coming in. Georgiak's ready for it this time, and once again that power from Grondin just puts his opponent in a little bit of a muddle. And we're seeing them exchanging blows in the early stages of this opening set, Tim.
Yeah, as you said, it's intriguing and probably not going the way we expected, and credit to Grondin. He's responded to the pressure well. Now the last of his set of 4, and he gets pretty much an ace. Not sure whether there was a touch on it before it hit the floor, but it's a winning serve.
Yeah, we're getting quite short rallies, short but sweet. Serves proving to be quite crucial in these early stages.
Seen some people watching from the buildings surrounding the small market here.
There's certainly intrigue here, isn't there? As the ball powers out of the venue.
We need a ball boy or girl. We've got an unofficial one.
That's going to be you, Tim, I think.
Oh well, I've got an extra ball
for you.
Full service.
Should we sign it?
So Georgiak with the serve. Grondin plays himself out wide. Hits it with the knee. It's an edge ball.
Full service.
Stick to commentating, Tim. Georgiak with the serve. After that edge ball from Grondin. Played back in. Clipped off the edge, but Georgiak keeps the point going and pulls it short.
Table touch.
Little lucky, wasn't he?
Table touch anyway there from Grondin. Was a little bit lucky there because it clipped the net and then bounced onto the table, as you saw from the ring. Went round the net actually in the end, but the table touch coming in there from Grondin. And
full service.
Georgiak gets the point. That's a great serve, a lot of power. Grondon's given himself too much to do there. Goes out wide and hits it long.
Point to Team Yellow.
It's over halfway anyway, I'm pretty sure. Struggling to control the power. It's all right stopping it with the 3 touches. Off a smash, just try and get anything on it and then settle yourself. But you have to be so precise with that second touch to give yourself a chance of winning the point. And you can see Grondin was well over halfway.
$100,000 prize money up for grabs in this competition. The winner of this match will receive $1,875, plus their club gets $1,500. National Federation gets $375. So double fault there.
Change of
As
service.
you mentioned, we won't see too many of them. I think that's the second that we've seen so far this match. That was crucial for Grondin as the serve has changed
First service.
to try and get that final point, which he's got. In comes the serve. Aggressive header serve. Georgiak pulls it short with the harvester. And that was class from the Romanian.
Grondin coming from the TAN Teqball club in out near the German and Swiss borders.
Point to Team Blue.
Brilliant serve. Again, finding the back of the table. Grondin's hanging on here.
Grondin can win today. I think it'll be the 250th career victory for him. Had well over 300 matches, one of the most experienced players on the tour.
Yeah, he really is. Been a constant figure since Teqball began. Played out wide and into the side. I think it's been given as an edge ball, actually, for Georgiak.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was a side ball. Maybe
It looks
having a review.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is challenged. Yeah, that looked like a side ball, didn't it?
It's not an official challenge. I think there's an overrule coming from our boys in the truck to correct things.
If you were Grondin, you'd consider the challenge then, wouldn't you?
First service.
First serving though will come in from Grondin.
Out.
And that was out, so back onto the second
Second
serve.
service.
And it comes from Grondin. Georgiak sets himself out wide. Pulls it short, that's beautiful. Wonderful harvest of that from Georgiak. And that sets up the first set point of this men's singles final. Georgiak with a smile on his face, knows he's close. Tricked his opponent there, didn't he? It looked
so
like
beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely feint and sliced the ball just over the
First
net.
service.
Here we go then, set point. That's a great serve. Played out wide now, there's the
Point to
smash.
Team Blue.
And it was wide.
Nearly hitting us again.
Ball's pinging everywhere, so one set point saved.
Yeah,
Change of
could,
serve,
could
though.
come back to Horn in there.
Yeah, well, it is on the Georgiak serve now, so you feel now this could be the moment. Grondin's.
But he's one of the best defenders in the world, possibly the best, the Frenchman.
Yeah, this is true. In comes the serve. And it's straight to the feet then of Grondin, and that is the first set to Georgiak. He takes it at the second time of asking. At the change of serves, you felt like Grondin was going to be in trouble there. And the master defender is caught napping straight into the feet. First sets going the way of Apple Georgiak from Romania.
Well, the future is bright, it's orange, and the world is curved, and it was the curve there that helped Georgiak. When you get from that height, the smash, using the curve of the table, it just continues to go down, doesn't bounce off too much. You try to skid it off the top players. That's exactly what happened there, and then Grondin just couldn't get his foot under the ball, and the point was lost, and the set was lost.
Absolutely packed stadium here in Old Town Krakow, as the rain is holding away at the moment, and we can see some of the statistics and look at that. First serves in from Georgiak, 75%, half of his first serve points won. But counter to that, none of his second serve points won. So a clear divide there between the first and second serve, and perhaps something that Grondin could look to attack in that second set.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised by those statistics, and Grondin goes with the headed serves, but had the lower percentage in.
Second set.
So now time for the second set. 12-9. The first set going to Georgiak.
First service.
Second in the singles rankings. Was only fourth in the World Championships in 2021.
Point to Team Yellow.
But has been on pretty good form since then, winning, of course, in Naples, winning 8 challenges last year was Georgiak. Julian Grondin's been a consistent figure at the top of this sport. As mentioned, 3rd in the singles rankings, 2 second in the Teqball Masters in Riyadh, 2nd at the Teqball World Championships last year, and as things stand, on track for 2nd, unless he can turn things around. That's the double fault, the second double fault of the match from Georgiak. And as mentioned in that first set, 50% of his first serve points were won. And you can see why when he puts so much pressure on Grondin, whose feet are just in a tangled mess. Look at this. You can see the power, and straight away Grondin is up against it. They're just trying to keep the ball alive, at which point he has to try and play it back on the table from a difficult position. Georgiak is really making the most of that first serve. Yet another point on the first serve, Tim. Georgiak's first serve is just, it's barely touchable.
Yeah, when he gets it right, the trajectory, watch the ball here, almost like there isn't a table there, just continues down, and it's so difficult to get underneath and control it.
The spin he somehow manages to get from the side of his foot, something he's obviously practiced and practiced. Oh, it's good defence to attack there from Georgiak, and it was an edge ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's challenged, so
Ball check.
the VAR call coming in from...
So it's a challenge when it's not a set point, so he's gambling a little here. Just, you can't see it, but he's just pointing to how he thought it landed on the table.
And actually, that's definitely the correct decision. When you see that, it was well on the table.
Challenge is completed. Point to Team Yellow.
So the point does go to Georgiak, and as a result of that, he maintains his challenge. A correct challenge is not taken away. So, yeah, I can see why he's challenged that, and as a result of that, it's now 4-1, and that really does make a difference to him, from 3-2 to 4-1.
Yeah, massive, isn't it? And he was right, and he was also exactly pointing to that spot on the table, by the way.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing there, didn't he?
He just missed the first serve there, by the way.
And this is where the technology is your friend, you know? We hear different thoughts on VAR across many different sports, but proving there as the smash comes in from Georgiak again, out wide, finds the centre of the table. Grondin looks devoid of ideas now, which is going back to that conversation. VAR is a new addition here in the European side of the game, at least anyway, and it's working to the players' favours, and certainly working to the favour of Apor Georgiak.
Certainly is. Big point overturned, and with the momentum again now that we've talked about, 1-5, Grondin serving real pressure.
Out.
Oh, Grondin really needs to start finding some first serves.
Second service.
Here comes that second serve. Now a chance for Georgiak to attack. Grondin's there and prepared, but it just bounces off his knee. He's challenged.
Yeah, he thought that was edge, didn't he? We didn't have the best view of that. Let's have a look at the video replay ourselves here.
It's right in the middle of the table. Does he think it was an illegal attack?
Yeah.
For a legal attack.
Yeah, it's a legal attack that's been called.
Crowd participating. Let's have a look.
Looks good. He's going to get away with that.
Looks good, then. He's already celebrating. You can see himself on the screen. He's living up to it on the big screen himself there.
Georgiak is certainly...
He's a character.
He's a character, and he's emitting that star quality, isn't he? And the players are enjoying playing in front of an absolutely packed house here in Krakow. Not a spare seat. People queuing to get in. Free entry as well, so if you are watching from home in Krakow, come and queue.
Wait for my signal.
Just about see some of it if you're on the perimeter.
First service.
If you get a spot in between the stands.
Certainly some intrigue, isn't there?
And there's some people hanging out of the window now up above the square to have a better view.
What I will say is that's another... Well, I was going to say it's another first serve that went begging, but Grondin with a very aggressive second serve there. You feel perhaps he'd hit that with a little bit of more power than he normally would have done for a first serve. You can see the ball just slicing the back of the table. Georgiak with a serve, and again it's just too strong. Grondin is really struggling with that Georgiak serve, and we are now just 4 or 5 points away from match point and indeed victory. Can you see a miraculous comeback here at this point, Tim? Or
I hate to be cruel, but mais non, monsieur. It's not going to happen from the basis of what we've seen so far for Julien Grondin. Just one thing about his serve, he's got the physique, he's got the height, very tall player. of Teqball is gone down, but he always goes with a header, and I've always wondered why he doesn't try a few.
Yeah, switch
smashes.
it up maybe. It's his style though, isn't it? As the smash is just into the
Point
net
for
and
Team
wide, and just out of shot there. Grondon hits his fist into his hand. The frustration starting to show.
We saw a few too many uncharacteristic mistakes in the women's doubles earlier, and we're seeing a few more here from Grondon, and it's the more consistent player who's winning this one pretty easily at the moment.
Yeah, you just get into a bit of a rut, don't you? Georgiak just putting so much pressure on that serve. Grondon, no, gets this one back.
So 8-3, Georgiak with the advantage and with real opportunities to almost finish the job here. Just clips the net, so it will be a repeat for Georgiak.
Second service.
Oh, it's the captain's fault. Grondon has a chance to smash, but not in the right position again. Just lost his position on the court and paid the price. And 3 points away from the match now is Georgiak of Romania.
Change of service.
So just 3 away now, and well, you have to take your hat off to Georgiak, who has just been consistent. He's just been aggressive. His serving's been outrageous. Grondon's serving has not been as good as it has been in the past. As the first serve comes in, and another first serve goes amiss.
Second service. That's 4.
So
New
worrying
second
stages for
service.
Grondon here, who you feel is running out of ideas quickly. And smash from Georgiak. Grondon keeps it alive and heads it back to play. Excellent defends that from, was that a legal return? Nothing called. There's a smash again. It's off the chest of Georgiak, who's got a lot to do to get this back in. Chester back to play. Wonderful return that from the Romanian. Grondon sets himself up for the smash. Georgiak is there once again. Heads the ball back into the middle of the table. Great rally this here at 9-3. There's a smash from Grondon again. It's an edge ball, and that rally had pretty much everything. Georgiak celebrating like he'd won the point.
Fantastic defence from both players at various points.
To be honest, that looked like it was worth the challenge.
Yeah, I thought one of the players would have done, but no challenge given.
I'm not sure that
First service.
Grondon has a challenge remaining, but either way, that looks harsh on the French athlete. Georgiak drops it short, it's clever, and it really does ask questions of Grondon when he is mixing up play like that. Grondon was expecting to smash, and that is where Georgiak is just a cut above the rest here in Krakow. Intelligent play, and he moves a step closer.
Yeah, I think we were all expecting it. The bell's tolling. Time almost up for Julien Grondin.
Out wide then for Georgiak with a smash, and just like that, converts and sets up match points.
8 of them.
Yeah, you feel like one of these almost certainly will come. Grondin is effectively defeated here. That was beautiful play from Georgiak. I think that is a move you see on a football pitch, not on the Teqball table, setting himself up wide with the smash. Grondin will serve, 11-3 down, in comes the serve. Georgiak set himself up now for the smash to finish it. Oh, and just got himself in a bit of a muddle there. Wasn't sure whether he was going to harvest or smash. One save from Grondin.
Well, it would be a monumental comeback from here. We've never seen a recovery from a set and 8 match points down.
In comes the serve then. Again, Georgiak will set himself up for the smash. Heads it down straight into the knees of the great defender Grondin, who's keeping himself alive here. Another chance for a smash here from Georgiak, and that is it. Arms up high. Georgiak has done it. He is the Teqball World Series 2022 from Krakow champion, as the two players embraced themselves in what was a very entertaining final, but it was Georgiak who was absolutely dominant. 12-9 in the first set, 12-4 in the second set, and he's done it, Tim, in style as well. A massive smash to finish things off.
Yeah, it's a disappointing final, really, in many respects, particularly for Julien Grondin, who did make a lot of errors and never really looked anywhere near his best, as we've seen. More latterly, actually, probably in the doubles, but just the big titles evading him. Maybe a bit of stage fright. Big event and big stage here, big crowd, and he made too many errors. Georgiak was the more consistent throughout, James, and he particularly had the attacking instincts at the end.
Well, you can see here are VIPs from left to right on the left of your screen. Well, you can see Mr. Victor Huszar, who is, of course, the chairman of the executive board, Mr. Marius Fiza Jr., General Secretary, and Mr. Janusz Kozul, advisor to the mayor of Krakow. Those are VIPs in attendance here in Krakow.
Yeah, good to see Janusz here, the advisor to the mayor, because Krakow, as we keep saying, will be hosting this sport as part of the European Games in just 9 months' time. Might be a little bit warmer as well in the end of June, as opposed to mid-September.
Have a look at some of those stats there from the match in general. Again, 50% of first serve points won. Georgia, that main stat that sort of jumps off the screen, and certainly improved his second serves over that second set as well.